Good afternoon, bonsoir, annyeonghaseyo. My name is Sang-min, and I'm the head of planning for the entire team. And these are my teammates. Jung-eun, the head of design, Jae-sung, the head of program. Thank you all so much for being here for our presentation today. Before we begin, there's a question that I would like you to think about. What do you think is a friend? Look around in the room. Is there any of your friends here? No, yes? Well, I guess no one answers. So, first, a friend for most of us is someone who you can trust and rely on. And it is proven that having these sort of great friends can improve your daily moral in so many great ways. But how many of these great friends do you think people have? 100, wow. It's about 4 on average. Now that is okay, but what is not okay is that this number, this simple number, is getting harder to keep up. Because people in this modern society are getting busier and busier, and they're genuinely struggling to keep the friends that are living away from them, let alone making new ones, which led to so much depression in our society. Then, as we all know, 2020 pandemic struck. People around the world are locked up, having nothing to do, and they realize they have no one to rely on in this uncertain time, which led to even more depression. What can we do? What can we do to help these people and with their depression? Well, we proudly present you our app, Pietas. Pietas is an application on your daily mobile devices that you can simply log in, and it allows you to find groups of people who have similar interests as you. It has a simple messenger, just like Kakao Talk to talk to people in your group, and it has a special feature we call Culture Talk. Now, using Culture Talk, you and your group is up in this app and collectively discuss what activity you want to do. After the decision, you make arrangement for the next meeting and go about your day. Now, next Culture Talk, your group are gonna meet up again and talk about the activity that you did. You're gonna decide upon a discussion point and we'll discuss it. What makes this Culture Talk so special is that not only you're talking to your group and it helps you to get closer to them as a friend, but it also gives you a reason to talk to them on a regular basis. Essentially helping you to keep in touch with them, which is very important. Now, that's a brilliant idea, because it is my idea, but that is one great idea. But how did we make it? Well, Jung-eun, do you want to take over?
Sure, Sang-min, before we get into programming, we need to know what it will look like. Before we begin that, the main theme is Deep Ocean. The reason why I chose is that I was inspired by Over the Horizon 2019. And the sea is said to provide psychological stability. The main color is coral. Coral means providing psychological stability and people's mind caused by COVID-19. The whole design program is Adobe XD. I create the overall layout and animation with using it. The application that design icons is Adobe Illustrator. I create various icons with using it. Now we are ready to get into programming the app itself. That's all. I think you have a lot to talk about this.
Yes, Jung-eun. For now, I'm pretty nervous, but I will do best. First, let's talk about animation. When you move to another room, this page starts naturally. The reason that is possible is we use animation in it. You might think we use Java code to make the animation, but in fact, we use XML to make the animation. And the second is manage account. Sorry. All the codes are written in the app, not the server, and we use the Firebase association function to make the animation. The way to find the first login user is using a Firebase real-time database. Firebase association saves the user data when someone first logs in. However, the real-time database saves the user data when they're finishing signing up. So, if we compare the real-time database and Firebase association, we could find the user who didn't sign up yet. Next is real-time database. As you can see, the data structure was denormalized. Denormalization means add some real copies of data. The reason for denormalization is for speed and efficiently. Firebase uses NoSQL, so it delivers data with a JSON form. Anyway, sorry, really sorry. So when you move to, when you do a lot of overlap, you may need to receive more data than you need. So, thus, if you don't do a denormalization, it lowers the speed and also it lowers the economic efficiency. Now, I think I hand it to the Sangmin.
Thank you, Jason. That was wonderful. Another round of applause for him. He was very nervous for this presentation. That was amazing, wasn't it? Now, our app is okay by itself, but there's so much more that we want to add to this app. Perhaps some mini games that you can play with your group. Actually, that sounds really nice. Jason, we gotta add that. Take a note. So, now, for the longest time, people had in mind that online places are somewhere you can meet people very easily, but not necessarily make friends. But in this uncertain time that I mentioned, I think we need to change that. Online places, because online places are somewhere you can meet people and find people very easily, it can be a place for friendship if you just try and change it. And Pietas is our first step to make the change. While we are making the first step, there's another step that I would like you to make. Think about how you've been for the last few days, or even weeks. Were you tired, sad, or some might be happy? Why don't you call up a friend and have a nice little talk? I think we all can use that. Thank you.